This can't be parasited. And I don't think he has a... Well, he doesn't have a Heat Wave because he's got Golden Nekkar. So he has no control cards that can kill this Roland, so we're completely safe throwing this out. With Feather Sensor gone, I think the Roland here is just too big. This is going to be crazy. So, check this out, guys. We're going to go for the big finisher here. Go for the 2-0 here. Just go Salamander. We're down 11 points, and we don't need Renew for this deck. Come on, Salamander. Show me what you got. Down 11. And now we're at 101. And we'll just move one of these to poison something, too, because why not? Get 12 more points. And now we're up by 56. This will be a GG here. I think he was too greedy in holding off on that Glusty Warp. And yeah, we only did this because that Fetid Sensor was gone. If that Fetid Sensor wasn't gone yet, we're saving this combo, because that's just too much of a swing. What's up, guys? Today we're going to be looking at a poison deck for Syndicate. Now, if you watched the video I made on Maraal the other day, and as I believe Daniel has commented, there's a good point here that Golden Nekkar and Sirinova fit quite well with the new Maraal, and Maraal at 9 provisions is a really big buff to fit in these decks. And as Daniel has mentioned, thank you for your comments, by the way. I always like reading the comments. If you point out there is a mid-range type poison deck or a Salamander type deck with Maraal, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a Maraal deck here. Poison Syndicate. I like Poison Syndicate. We're going to make a Poison Syndicate deck, and it's going to be a Sirinova Golden Nekkar version. Now, basic reason we're doing this is there's almost all the power cards here are under 10 provisions. So Golden Nekkar, by the way, is incredibly strong. I'm so glad this is in the game. So we have Golden Nekkar, not Golden, incredibly sadly, but we'll get enough Meteorite Powder eventually. My goodness, we have no Meteorite Powder. We're going to go Golden Nekkar, Sirinova, Sirinova's Carryover. We have Zavala as a really big finisher card that's under 10 provisions. We have Azar for defense to protect our Roland, because that's what we're going with. We're going Roland Salamander. Azar as a 9 provision card. It gets us 2 poisons, synergizes quite well with the deck. And we have the Flying Redanian for some thinning, and Salamander. So we're not renewing Salamander. We're not doubling up on his battle cry. We're only using Salamander here to spread poisons and for Roland. So 2 things here. Either we put out several poisons on the enemy units, like we poison 3 or 4 guys, then we play Salamander for 4 poisons to kill all those cards. One option. Other option here is we just play it with the Roland for a bunch of points. That's probably what we're going to go for most of the time, and it should work out pretty well, I think. It's kind of questionable no renew on the Salamander, but you know what? I've always wanted to make a no renew Salamander deck, and I always wanted to make a Maraal deck. I always wanted to make Poison Syndicate again, and you know what? Putting it all together, I'll be in this deck. Ring of Favor here is a fantastic card for this. We really want round 1. We want that long round 3 to spread our poisons out, so this kind of makes sense. The Hideout, just move a poison from us to them. Obviously, it's very good here. Roland is our big finisher. Do have to watch out for Fetid Sensor or Scorch, something like that destroys the highest card or swaps his power. Could be very dangerous. And we have the Ludovicious Burn Bomb, who I 100% pronounced wrong. Basically gives us 9 coins to pull the Flying Redanian. Pretty standard here. Geller as an engine card, very nice. Puzzle Box, I just really like Puzzle Box. I think Puzzle Box is really cool. And if we don't need a poison card, we can transform it with the Puzzle Box. The other thing here is if the opponent gets the thing from the box, that's not bad, because very high power cards with no ability are exactly what poison wants to kill. So if he gets a 13-point guy and plays it, whatever, we just put 2 poisons on it, and we get a ton of value. Mutated Hounds gives us poisons. Really handy just to have more poisons. As a 5 for 5, it's a fair amount of value, and more than most things come down as it's not the most efficient thing, but you know what? It's more poisons, and I'm happy with that. Shady Vendor. Ideally, we want to go for the 4 provision on this and try and get the Fistic. Won't happen 100% of the time, but when it does, it's good. And Shady Vendor is a very strong card. And we don't have a lot of ways to spend coins. We can spend the coins on his tribute if we want to. Fistic for poisons and Fistic Trafficker for poisons. So these are our poison cards. We have 2 here, 2 Fistics, 2 Mutated Hounds, and the Salamander and the Maraal. That's a lot of poisons, honestly. So it should be pretty good here. I threw in a Tax Collectors because they're probably one of the best 4-version Syndicate cards if you're getting any kind of coin value. And then the 1C Jackal. Now, we should mention here that there are a couple other cards to mention, especially these high provision slots, is these 2 here. So Moralise and Bincy. If you don't want to make a Maraal deck, if you don't like Maraal, or you don't like Salamander and you want to make like a poison deck without Salamander. For example, you don't want Salamander, you just want to get value from Roland other ways. You can cut the Salamander or you can cut the Maraal. You can also cut the Flying Renewing if you want the thinning. You thin quite a bit here, and run one of these two. So Moralise gives you the control that doesn't require poison, so something like Veil, obvious example is Melusine. If they're playing Melusine, you can use Moralise and destroy that. You can use this as a finisher to destroy something big, or you can run Bincy as another engine card. You play Bincy and use your leader ability. Boom, Bincy is a 13, and she gets more and more value. Quite nice. Those are some things to mention here. Other thing to mention here is we're not running Freak Show, and we're not running any bounties. So we're just going with the value here, and since we don't have the Sigi, normally you'd have Sigi in this type of deck, right? For the profit, we don't have the Cesar either. So we're kind of short on fees, we're short on damage, but we're going to be using poisons instead. So that's the idea here. And I think that pretty much covers what's in the deck. As far as the 4 Persian cards go, you could run more fees. So Eternal Fire Disciple is good. A second Sea Jackal is good. You could run the now buffed, what is his face? The dwarf guy, who I can't find. But you could run him too. This guy, the Bare Knuckle Brawler. It's up to you if you want more fee cards here. I think we're going to be fine. But you could cut a... Well, you could have to cut something. But you could make space for it. But that'll be the deck here. And honestly, let's just see how it does here. I'm really excited to try this out. I really like these cards. Here we go. I just played 2 warm-up games with this deck, try and get a feel for it before recording, and we lost both of them. So I have no idea how this is going to go, but we're going to find out. I think we figured out how to play it, though, so that's an advantage here. Although, I'm honestly not super excited about this matchup. Nature's... Wow. Nature's Gift plays Dryad's Caress at usually 2, and they can make more with stuff like the Sorceress, which we can't kill in 1 turn, so it's going to get its order off. And he has stuff like Veil. He can replay it with the Forest Protector. So honestly, our poisons probably aren't going to do a lot here, which is concerning because that's our strategy. That being said, one advantage we do have is if anything gets really tall from constantly being Dryad's Caressed and he runs out of Purify, so we can just poison it down. But it's all going to come down to how many poisons we have. Here, our opener, as always, is just going to be Tax Collector, our best setup here. I'm sure a Hamadryad's coming down for this 4 Vitality on the Vile Forbidden Knowledge. Haven't tried this myself, it's a good thing you can do. But usually I like running Devotion in Nature's Gift so you can have the Ethne Wrath of Broccolon. Not really necessary all the time, though. Here we have, yep, there's the Hamadryad. So yeah, we're going to poison this. If he has Dryad's Caress, he has to waste 3 of his own Vitality, so it's not that bad for us if he does. But here's the thing, we only actually have 1 poison in our hand, so I think we'll actually hold off on that for a little bit here. We might, no, we'll do it. We want the coin buildup anyway. But now we have 5 coins to tribute for our guy. Get the 9 coins, get our Flying Redanian out, and we'll see here what he does. Oh, he's going to play Rune Mage. Okay, so that's going to help him with what? Bountiful Harvest. What else is he going to have? I guess he has 2 Bountiful Harvests. Might have the Runestone. Well, one of my buddies is playing this with the Runestone. Kind of funny. We'll see what this guy has. Double Hamadryad. Okay, he actually didn't purify the other one. So let's go Shady Vendor. If we tribute into Fistic, it'll be really good, and it's a decent chance of it. Oh, there it is. Nice. So this gets out 8 coins. We'll get our Flying Redanian out, get up. That was a really big poison there. That was really impactful. He might just pass. If he just passes, we go for a 2-0. Because we have Roland. Oh, no, we don't. Oh, yeah, we have Roland and Salamander. Yeah, we have Roland Salamander here. So if he passes here, we just go for the 2-0. We lose our Ring of Favor, but that's not too bad. Yeah, if he gives us a long round 2, I think we go for the 2-0 here. I don't see why we wouldn't. We have all the key cards for it in our hand. Alright, what's a Ring of Favor here? We do have to play a card, but we will play Siri Nova, get carryover, a lot of value in that, and we'll... Okay, yeah, so he had Ring of Favor as well. Not too surprising. Actually, this is a little bit surprising. What does he want to win round 1 for? There has to be a reason. He has Vile Forbidden Knowledge, so it's not Devotion. He has Ring of Favor. Maybe he wants a long round with Symbiosis. I'm not too sure here. Okay, this is looking really good. We've got Golden Nekkar. Let's see here. I mean, we have Maraal. Our deck... Or we don't have Maraal, I mean. Our deck's looking... I think we do want to redraw. Probably... Vendor. That's so many poisons. I think we keep all the poisons here. And open with... I mean, we have a Czar. We could get our coins. Once we get 5, we can go for the tribute. We'll play this. It should be difficult for him to remove these. Usually the control cards in these Nature's Gift decks are the... what are they called? The Nature's Rebukes. How am I so bad with names, by the way? I don't get it. Okay, so here's the thing. I think we just do this without the tribute. We have 2 little defender guys, so we're just going to get the 9 coins here. And whenever you can get this guy's ability off without paying the tribute, it's amazing. It's 5 plus 9 coins for 7. It's basically a 14 for 7. That's really, really good. We have Golden Nekkar. We'll set up Roland. Yeah, I think we're going to go for the 2-0. Just kind of see what he does. Like, once again, though, we can't deal with this, and it's to give him a Dryad's Caress. Well, it potentially could. Let's just throw out our... Let's throw out our Roland. What if we Golden Nekkar? Let's Golden Nekkar here. So, double poison. Really nice. Let's do it. We'll kill this sorceress. Do that, and then we have the box. Let's just transform a Hound, I guess. There's a decent chance he doesn't actually want to transform any of his cards. Because well, it's not Harmony. The Vitality stuff here, he might not actually want to transform anything because he's going to need the Natures. He's going to need the cards that synergize with the Natures. So I was thinking he might not actually click this, but he did. The reason we have the puzzle box, by the way, is I really like a secondary backup artifact for the Golden Nekkar. With just Salamander Hideout, I felt like we didn't have enough. It was one of the cards, though, I wasn't sure on. So we're kind of finding out here. Okay, it's a transform. And what's he going to play? Is he deciding? What is this? Bountiful Harvest? Force Protector? Fov? Okay, that makes sense. Interesting card. Oh, we actually got the thing from the box with a 5. Honestly, the poison might have been better, but this is still pretty good. Get our 9 coins this turn. That's a lot. Let's just play our Roland here, and we'll go into poisons. We wish that didn't go ranged, but whatever. We are up by 33, which is no small amount, but there's going to be a Simlas something in his deck. Either Simlas Bountiful Harvest. I don't think it's Simlas Waylays. I think it's Simlas Bountiful Harvest, but that is a double Bountiful Harvest play, which is pretty impactful. There is another Tempering, getting more points. Honestly, this isn't enough for him. Let's play our Dire Mutated Hounds. We have to play this first so we don't fill up our range row too much. 2 more points on our Roland. And it's looking real good here. Looking real good. I'm kind of curious here. He has a bunch, he has a lot of provisions left he hasn't played. I'm really curious what they are, because we've used a lot of our deck. Oh, Isengrim's Council into what? Simlas? Is it finally time for the Simlas to come out? Maybe Ethne wouldn't be bad either. Maybe he wants more of the Vitality, or the more Symbiosis before he goes into the Simlas. It's going to be a Sorceress. So we can't kill that. Let's just go Hideout. And then we'll go with the Abomination. Very nice. And basically here, we have the Hideout now to move a poison. And he has 1 poison card. So when we play Salamander, we get 2 poison kills. Okay, there's a Bountiful Harvest. Another Sorceress. Now those can make Dryad's Caresses, which are kind of scary here. But I think we go... Okay, let's go for that. I think we go for the poisons here and we kill that. With the Leader Charge on it, using the poison on it, it's much more valuable. Well, slightly more valuable. Wouldn't say much more. But I think we use Salamander here. We're up by 27. And this will get us up even more. And then we can hold Svala for round 3. I think we hold Svala and Thing from the box for short round 3. Short round 3 shouldn't be his strong point. He's played 1 Bountiful Harvest, so he can't Simlas. Okay, we both transformed to 5. Interesting. Good to know. We could poison that instead. Yeah, so we go here. We pay the tribute. We actually have several Salamandras, so this will actually get a pretty decent boost. Yeah, +7 on that profit. Pretty big deal. And then we move here. Move off Roland just in case he has a random poison card. And let's kill this thing from the box. And look at this. We're up 105 to 29. And yeah, he's played a Bountiful Harvest. So he doesn't have Simlas double Bountiful Harvest, which is really nice. So I think we just passed here. And then round 3, we have short round, thing from the box, Svala. We have the Jackpot ability, so Svala's what, an 18, and thing from the box is 31 over 2 cards. You should have a really hard time keeping up with that. They're going to replay the Bountiful Harvest. So like I said, we're just going to pass here. I honestly don't think he can catch up. And if he can, it's better for us to pass here. Like, he might have a random Yurden, because that's been happening to us in every video. So we're just going to pass. I don't think we need it. Okay, he's going to make another one of these. Good for him. But he's still down 61, or 65. Okay, it went ranged. He did get the boost. It's not bad. He's still on 53. What's he deciding now? Oh, it's quad Bountiful Harvest. Wait, but he's gonna spawn 4 tree ants. Yeah, this doesn't work. If the tree ants spawn first, he's gonna discard every unit he creates. Like, there's 1 tree ant. Do it again. Yeah, there's another 2-point guy. Well played, my friend. I'm sorry, but you're just dead now. And discard, 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 discard. GG. Yep, GG. Really solid game 1. Everything just kind of went how I wanted it to. Even though I thought it would be difficult with the Purifies, but I guess I didn't have them. This, though, Precision Strike. It's probably no unit, which is honestly bad for us. I think this might be worse. So, no unit, Precision Strike, probably what it's at. Could be traps. Traps is the worst possible thing it could be, by the way. If it's traps, they just have stuff we can't poison, and that's bad. So we really need this round 1. No Flying Redanian, please. And we really need this round 1. Let's just see if we can get it here. Tax Collector is going to die. And we'll just kind of see what happens here. Oh, Dryad Matron, that's not too scary. So it's not looking like traps then. It's a lot to go off of here. Let's just get our Flying Redanian out. Oh, we don't have... No. Yeah, let's try and get our Flying Redanian out here. Let's see if we can't get something that gives us coins. Let's see. Okay, we can go for this. If we get the Brawler guy, we can destroy his card. Perfect. Let's go for the Bare Knuckle Brawler. And then we'll just use this 4 times. We do go back down to 0 coins, but gotta bring this Matron's worth it. I'm not sure if he's playing a Saskia Commander deck. It is possible. No, it's bombs. Okay, there's the Madoc. Hardly a surprise here. But we're going to have to deal with this. Honestly, it shouldn't be too bad. We have to be really careful in our Sirinova, because we'll have another Moon Dust to purify her, so we want to hold off on that. It's going to be kind of difficult figuring out what we want here. Let's see. So 1 Moon Dust. I'm not really sure what he's doing. No unit with a Dryad Matron makes me think Saskia Commander to thin for the no unit. But then again, I don't know. Like, he's not running 25 cards, which makes me very concerned. I look at his hand, right? He's got 10 cards in... Well, he's got, what is this, 9 cards in hand, and he's played 2. Like, he doesn't have a 25-card deck. And he thinned 1 with the Madoc, right? He has a 28-card deck. Or 26. Oh, I can't do this, guys. I'm sorry. It's a 28-card deck. I'm confused by that. And I'm not sure what he's doing. So let's just Golden Nekkar. We really want this round. So we're just going to throw out the Golden Nekkar here. Poison. Like, we could have gotten unlucky and got our Flying Redanian. That happened in one of the warm-up games. But I think it's worth the risk here. And honestly, he's going to have tall removal. Right, he has to have tall removal, so let's just transform the Ring of Favor. Usually it's an amazing card here, but he's playing tall removal, right? We know he is. He's playing non-devotion, so we know it's going to be in there. But honestly, with the Golden Nekkar out, we should have enough. Okay, there is the Red Haze. Our Poison wasn't great value. Okay, we actually, yes, so we got the Ring of Favor transformed. We can go Shady Vendor into a 4. I like that plan. What do we get here? Do we have a Fire Sworn? I always have to check this. No, we don't. Because sometimes you play like Smuggle with one of them, and then you get the Fire Sworn token or something. Slander's not bad, because when the Madoc triggers his ability, he dies. We get 3 coins. This is essentially plus 6 coins. Can't complain about that too much. It's basically what we want. That's not basically, that's exactly what we want. Okay, what's going on here? This doesn't make sense. There's nothing to death blow with the other charges. Wait, what is... Oh, please tell me he's doing what I think he's doing. Please. Oh, he is. Highlight time. It has initiative, my friend. Thanks. You gotta... Yeah, we have to. I mean... That was not the play, my friend. And we should win now, right? Like, that was way too much of a commitment for him to come back from. I guess we play Thing from the box. I mean, we don't want to play Salamander, we don't want Roland, we don't want to play Azar. We will play the Thing from the box, though, because if he has another tall removal, I want him to hit this with it, and not our Roland, right? So I'm hoping to kind of maybe bait a tall removal onto this. He didn't do it, so I guess this is going to... Do we even play Sirinova? Like, his deck's going to be so... let's play Azar, I guess. He didn't have the tall removal, let's just go for this. I'm not really that concerned here about what we do, honestly. He's down a Scorch, he's down all leader charges, did not trigger the death blow on the Dryads, so I'm honestly not super concerned we're going to lose this game, but we'll keep going anyway here. We could have played the Sirinova, but I want the defender for the Sirinova because we know he's that Moondust, so I want the defender set up for that. I don't just want to throw the Sirinova down because he just hits it with a Moondust. That's a lot of value lost. We did lose our Azar, but I think it's worth it. I think we go for a 2-0. Let's just play the Sirinova here. Like, I think we go for a 2-0. If he Moondusts this, I'm okay with that. We have, like, he's going to have a lot of removal, right? There's the Purify. Whatever. Like, we know he has a lot of removal, but there's all going to be coming in the form of bombs. He's Scorched. He might have a Heat Wave, so we have to be a little careful of that for our Roland. But if we can bait that out on Roland this round, round 3 we can go Svala, and I think Svala just kind of wins, because he's going to have really low control cards, like bombs are worth like 7 points each. That's not great. I'm going to just throw down a poison here. He didn't actually kill our Roland, so we can just put poisons out on his guy, like so. Now, we could put a poison on our own guy for the extra coins and then move it with a hideout, but honestly, we're just going to poison a couple different cards and play Salamander, like kill 2 things, and then kill a 3rd thing with the hideout. I think that'll be pretty sufficient here to win. Like, he's not going to have a lot of value here. And if that doesn't 2-0 him, we just go Svala round 3. But I'm pretty sure he's going to go down this round. Another movement synergy card, but these are all going to die. Here we go. We go with the Salamander. We pay its tribute. Poison everything. The 2 poison cards die. And we have our hideout now to move a poison from Roland, just in case he's playing poison. Destroy this. And he's down 26. We're going to pass next turn. Now he's down 29. Yeah, we're just going to pass. If he has tall removal, Roland's going to take it here. Then we have Svala. We could go Svala here to keep going round 2, but I think the safest play... There's that Moondust we talked about earlier, by the way. So yeah, I think the safest play is just the pass, right? 22 in a deck that uses bombs. I don't even think he has it. But if he does, we'll just play... I think it's the safest choice, right? I don't want to overcommit here. And honestly, I'm pretty sure we just win 2-0, even like this. Onomancy into what? He's going to need a tall removal here. So he probably needs a Heat Wave. And then, I'm not sure what else. Like, he probably has a... Yeah, there's the Heat Wave, so that's gone. Like I said, we wanted to bait that on Roland so we can use our Svala round 3. Our biggest concern, honestly, was a... Okay, so that's a GG. Our biggest concern was he had a movement and an Igni. And he moves our Frightener and then Ignis that row. But it's not what he had. Game 3 here. So we've evened up our warm-up game 2 losses here, but I think the warm-up games where we weren't really sure what we were doing with the deck, now I've got a much better idea. Okay, this is more like it. So those last two matchups I honestly thought would be a lot worse, but we still managed to win. This one, though, I think we're going to have a pretty decent shot at. Let's put this Flying Redanian back. So this is probably Magic Compass. Magic Compass is the most common deck I see with the Reckless Flurry. It could also be the Highland Warlord. I have seen that as well. Against Highland Warlord, not a big fan of our deck, right? He's going to remove Roland for sure. Against the Magic Compass, though, if it's the version playing Great Swords, we get a lot of poison value. So I kind of hope that's what it is. That'd be really nice for us if we get some Great Sword poisons. But we'll have to see. We will have to see. So it's the Highland Warlord version. We'll have to see if it's Magic Compass or if it is just Highland Warlord. If it's just Highland Warlord as a value card, or if it's Highland Warlord with the Freya's Blessing / Fukusha / Herald. We'll have to find out. We'll just boost this up to a 6. Now it's out of range of Gutting Slash. He might kill our Gellert here, but that's fine if he does. Gellert's an engine we use, but it's not a core of the deck. He's going to Primal Savagery this now? Yeah, he is. Okay. It's a pretty lucky hit for him, honestly. But it would have been, well, I guess not that lucky. He probably wanted to hit Gellert. I take that back. Probably wasn't that lucky. Let's go Shady Vendor, though. Let's make a 4-provision card. What do we have here? Smuggle's pretty good. It gives us something to put a Gellert on, and we can double Gellert this turn. I like that. I do like that. So this is going to be +2, +2. Yeah, this is a fantastic engine we can put these poisons out with. You just have to be careful you don't do this in a round you plan on playing Salamander. I feel like I shouldn't have to say this. But, you know, after that guy Scorched with no initiative, I feel like I need to point this out. Yeah, if you guys are in lower ranks and think that when you get to pro rank, everyone's perfect, no, it's not. You've seen me before too, right? I've made mistakes. There is a Gird. Take a couple damage there. Again, though, that gives us something to poison. I don't hate it. Tigers. I will play this tribute here. I want the Flying Redanian out of our deck. We have to be a little careful because with Ring of Favor, there's a good chance he has either Heart of Terror or Heatwave or something to banish that card. So we have to be a little careful with that. So we're not going to boost the Flying Redanian with the Ring of Favor. I really don't recommend doing that because you lose the Flying Redanian's recursion value if they Heatwave it. So I would just, as a general rule, not put Ring of Favor on stuff like this. There is the Magic Compass. So it's Magic Compass, and there is a Mada. No Gutting Slash. And he lost Champion's Charge was the other card. Honestly, drawing a poison card, I don't mind. We now have a pair, or we now have 3 poisons. Let's throw out the Trafficker here. We'll poison Gird. And then we'll just get another value here, and here, and here. And wow. Getting a lot of value here from him. Really interesting. I'm glad to see this. There's a Coral. So he's going to get some tempo points here. And he's going to catch up. So he might... Leader? What was that aim? He just hit our Gellert 3 times. Okay. He hit the, what's the other card? He hit our Tax Collector 3 times too. Is this like transform it into hit one thing 3 times? Some interesting RNG on these. Honestly, the 7 coins isn't bad, right? We can destroy a 1, right? I guess they have poison. Let's just go Congregation, because we do actually have a Firesworn token here. And then we can go here. We do have that cooldown once, we can't boost them all. But I like this. It avoids destroying something with the other card, and we get 6 points. We get stuff to put poisons on. If we're playing special cards, we can't put... We're playing special cards, we're not playing a unit, so we can't put a poison out that same turn. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're playing a unit every turn, we can keep poisoning with Gellert for that +2, but now we have a couple extra units out, so when we play like Ring of Favor or the Fist Stick, we can actually do the poison. There's his own Ring of Favor. We have 2 poisons. We could double poison that, or we could finish Gerhardt, and then we could threaten a bluff poison on the Highland Warlord. Let's do that. So here's the thing. We can do a bluff poison on the Warlord. We poison on it, and he thinks we have a second one. He respects that we have a second one, and he leaves the round. If he doesn't respect it, our Ring of Favor just gets bigger. We're going to go for the mind game here. He still didn't kill our Gellert, by the way. I think he should, for sure, be doing that. But he didn't. So we'll just use this for another points. More points, I should say. Let's do this Fistic. And really, I wanted to leave the round now. I just kind of wanted to leave the round. If he doesn't, we have a really big Ring of Favor in a Syrinova. So I'm not super concerned. I just thought we'd be a little fancy here. And he played a Skirmisher out of his hand. Okay, he does not respect the threat. He has no respect for this bluff. Good call, my opponent. I congratulate you. Good call out, but you're still down by 10, so I think we're okay here. And our Ring of Favor is still going. We're playing it next turn for plus 22. I think it's 22 next turn. I could check. But I'm just trying to calculate right now. I like trying to figure these things out. Okay, it doesn't matter because he passes. Okay. We have Syrinova carryover. I think once again, we don't have... I don't think we have the tools for 2-0 here. But with Syrinova carryover, he has to commit more points than he probably wants to. And we'll just kind of see where it goes. Worth pointing out that I don't think he's played a card above 9 himself. So he could still be a Syrinova Golden Nekkar deck of his own. Worth saying. Oh, Maraal's a fantastic draw here. What are we missing? We're missing Salamander, Golden Nekkar. We just Golden Nekkar round 3, right? We don't have the artifact, though. We don't have an artifact for him. We could put back Svala. Do I put back Svala? Our deck's gonna get really small. But then if we don't draw the Golden Nekkar, it's so bad. Like, I want to save Svala for round 3, but I don't think it's worth it. Maraal's a double poison behind Defender here with these Roland synergy. Let's just keep this. Let's go Azar. The reason we're going Azar here is because I want to push with the Maraal Gellert, or the Roland. The reason why is I just kind of want him to not have the Golden Compass. The thing with these Golden Compass decks is a lot of the time you can make them play the Golden Compass round 2. It's so bad for them, right? Because a lot of these decks rely on getting a Lippy. And if they can't get a Lippy, they don't have any good cards for round 3. He didn't go with the Leader Charge. Leader Charge there could have done quite a bit of work by killing our 2 defenders, but he didn't do that. Instead, he has this other Highland Warlord, making his raids a bit stronger. We do have the 1 poison. And we'll get some coins from Gellert with it. And then we have the Svala option if we want it. And then we have the carryover from the hideout as well, if we do draw into that Salamander, which we probably should. I think this is okay. There's a Decree. There's a Burna. So he's going to thin his deck down for that Magic Compass. Double discard. He's played 2 Skirmishers already, so he can only have the Morkvarg. Oh, there's an Erendite. Oh, it's Erendite. Okay, that makes sense. So it's only Erendite's only a 4, so we had to discard it. He definitely respects our 2-0 push here. He knows what's up. What was the other card he discarded? Can I check? Well, I know there's an Erendite he discarded. Let's just throw Roland down here. Next turn, we can see if there's something bigger for us than Maraal. And then I want to hold on to Svala. I'll kind of go from there. The fact that he's discarding Erendite tells me he's in trouble, though. There's a Golden Nekkar. Okay, there's his own Syrinova. Yep. So we were right to think he might have that. The armor up here will kill off one of our defenders, get some points for him. He's doing okay. He still can't Magic Compass, though. Because if he Magic Compasses with 3 cards left, gets 0 cards round 3. So we're going to go here. We'll poison. I guess we poison the Burna. I think we actually go all in for this round 2, by the way. Like, if we can force him to Magic Compass his deck to 0, we win the game instantly because he can't draw a card round 3. So if he doesn't thin here, I think we win. Well, if he doesn't thin here, we win when he Magic Compasses. If he does thin here, we're in a little bit of an awkward spot. We can still pass on even, but he'll have that Lippy potentially. He'll have a Fuchsia. We don't know. Okay, so we keep going. We definitely keep going here. Maraal will destroy the Burna, getting us some decent value. And then we lead her into the Svala. And I don't think he can thin again. He's played Coral. He's played Burna. He might have a Scald, but then if he Scalds, he still has the Magic Compass. And he has to pick Lippy, right? Otherwise he decks out. But then if he picks Lippy, I don't think he has enough tempo value, so I'm pretty sure we just win. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a win. We Smala here, and pay the tribute, and let's just see. We're up by 31. That's not a small amount. And I think we put him into a situation where he doesn't have a good choice, or even a viable choice. There's the Magic Compass, so he's going to go down to 0 cards. That's a win for round 3. We won the game, no matter what he does here, because he will not have a card to draw. Now, we could say well played, but we won't this time. We forced him into this. It's not like the guy who played Scorch off of Ownermancy after playing an order from his leader charge, which then negated the initiative. And let's see if he gets 16. Nope. So that's a GG. It was a GG even if he did get like a leader ping on the Frightener. Let's get into the next game here. These are going better than the warm-up games because now I kind of know what we want from the deck. Oh, Arachas Swarm. You know, we're going up against a lot of decks that are really just not weak to poison in general. And we're still doing well. We did well in the first 2. This will be the 3rd one now. The Magic Compass deck, I think we have a pretty decent matchup against. But the other ones, the no unit bombs, the Nature's Gift, where they get a lot of purifies, although he didn't have any. I don't think those are great matchups. And this one's probably not good either. It's probably like no units with just the Frightener and Glusty Warp. And Glusty Warp in particular presents us with a very large problem. And that involves the Defender. So our Defender spawns 2 1-power tokens. He will then consume those with his Glusty Warp. Okay, he just moved our Tax Collector while we're talking. That's not as big a deal, but it is annoying. Let's just play this, get our Flying Redanian out. Have some kind of protection from a... whatever it's called. Predatory Dive. Flying Redanian's really handy for Predatory Dive protection, because it comes back a lot if they keep Predatory Diving, so he can't really do that. But like I was saying here, if we go Azar, we get 2 1-strength tokens, which the Glusty Warp consumes. That gives him more value. It gives him an immediate answer to our defenders, and it gives him big tempo plays. We have to watch out for that. Other thing to watch out for here is going to be the Fetid Sensor. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be running it, because with Arachas it makes a lot of sense. You spawn 1-power token, you swap their high point guy onto your token. So as far as Roland goes, we can't count on him unless we force that out. And I think we forced that out with maybe Ring of Favor. This round, potentially. We'll have to see. Gellert's our play here, though. It's going to give us a ton of engine value. And 2, 4, 6 points. Really nice play here. He got us 2 profit off, too. So 13-point turn. Won't complain about that. Ring of Favor getting bigger. But yeah, I'm just mostly concerned about a Fetid Sensor. And we do also have to watch out for the Parasite. He will be running Parasite, which kills our Roland as well. So we need to defend the Roland. But then again, the Glusty Warp consumes our Defender tokens. So we're kind of in a difficult situation here. And he's not going to have anything big for us to poison, really. And if he does, he probably has like Chimeras or something for consumes. So I'm not super excited here. Well, I'm excited to see how the game goes, but I'm not confident we're going to win. I think we have a decent shot, but I'd say he's probably a little bit favored. Now, let's transform this Hounds here. If he gets a big 13-point guy, that's actually really good for us, because it means it'll interfere with the Fetid Sensor if he has it, and if he doesn't, we can just poison it. He's going to pass. Wait, so we just get the 13 instead of a Hound. I'll take that. I will take that for sure. I think we push round 2 here. I don't know why we wouldn't push round 2. Our hand is fantastic. Oh, it just got so good. Yeah, we're going for a 2-0 here. Well, sorry, I take that back. We're not going for a 2-0. We're going for a round 2 push. I would say 2-0 if I didn't think he had a Fetid Sensor. So I think he has a Fetid Sensor. We need to force it out. Probably with this thing from the box, honestly. If we can get the Fetid Sensor out with this thing from the box, or like bait it out, I think we go for a 2-0. Let's go with Zar here. We're going to do this first. And we're going to we're going to try and get rid of these tokens. Maybe with a... We'll not get rid of them. We want them out early so that if he has a Glusty Warp to remove the Defender tokens, he has to do it sooner rather than later, right? Because he's not going to want to throw out Glusty Warp in the beginning of the round. So we should have a couple turns of Defendering. He banishes our Flying Redanian. I'm not even checking. There's no other card he would banish from our graveyard. Let's throw down Nova for carryover. And by the way, the other really nice thing about these tokens is even though he could Glusty Warp them, until he does that, they do protect us quite well from predatory dives. Cannot neglect to point that out. And I could be completely overreacting about the Fetid Sensor, but I'm pretty sure he has it. I mean, if you're playing Arachas Swarm, there's not really a reason to not have it. Also, worth pointing out that Arachas Swarm is a pretty decent deck for Nova, Golden Nekkar, so he could also be doing that himself. Is this Griffin? I don't know why it's spell 1 token. I guess it could be Griffin or the plus card that spawns extra guys. Wow. You know what I'm talking about, the card you played earlier. Let's go here. And Smuggle's not bad. Swindle, actually, Line of Credit. So we're going to get rid of one of our tokens here for 7 coins. I think that's definitely worth it. We still have the 1 to protect against Predatory Dive. And his Glusty Warp gets worse, right? If he Glusty Warps that, it's worth 3 points. And we lose a defender anyway. So I think we'll take this exchange here. I'm honestly not too concerned about like removal outside of the Fetid Sensor. Removing the Roland's usually not enough to win. Because usually you get value from the poisons with the Salamander at the same time. And we do have our Maraal here. I will point out, by the way, that the defender should have been melee for our Maraal, but I didn't think they'd make it this far, honestly. I thought they'd be gone by now. Because he probably has the 4 damage card, too, that spawns the tokens. We're going to go into Golden Nekkar here. But I think he would have had that, so I really didn't think the tokens would last this long. We'll go into Fistic. That's a good one. We'll throw out the... Well, we have to do the bank first. We got 1 poison. We go for a 2nd poison. That's not bad. Yeah, I think we go for 2nd poison here. So we double poison the Griffin. Play this. We play the Tribute on this guy. And this should be good. It does give him a Mamuna setup. He's at that Griffin in his graveyard now. But with a double poison here, it's a pretty good tempo play. And it's really nice we can get that poison off the unit and the special card. That's fantastic. There's the Predatory Dive, so he does kill our token with it. That means Glusty Warp probably not in the cards for him. You would Glusty Warp first, otherwise I'm like pretty sure you'd Glusty Warp first. And Maraal here, we have no defender now, so it doesn't matter that we don't have a 1 melee. We're going to try and bait a Parasite. If he has a Parasite, it's hitting Maraal right now. Then Roland lives with no Parasite. I think we try and bait this out. It's a pretty good bait, honestly. Oh yeah, he fell for it. I mean, I don't know if I think it's falling for it. He really just needed to have an answer to Roland. And outside of Parasite, I don't think he does. We could Roland here. Or we could try and bait that Fetid Sensor still. Let's try and bait it with Svala. Yeah, okay. Svala's the card to bait with, not the thing from the box. Svala goes as a much bigger tempo play. And here, he thinks we're committing really hard. So I think if he has a Fetid Sensor, he's going to play here. Because this is a turn we used a big Tribute, use one of our finisher cards. If he can get ahead in 1 card and kind of get back in this round, I think he'll do it now. So we'll go for the Fetid Sensor. We just played thing from the box, he might not, right? Because it's a 13, it doesn't really commit our leader, or not our leader, our coins. Golden Nekkar, Griffin, okay. Fetid Sensor, great, it's gone. We're going to try for 2-0 then. Sensor is a really big play. Megascope on the Griffin. That's 9 points, and you might think we're way behind here, but just you wait, guys. We're going to go for the 2-0. There's no reason not to play thing from the box here. We'll just do it first. I don't see why we wouldn't. We have that hideout here. And we're going to go Roland Salamander. It's going to be a ton of points. He's going to get a little bit caught up here. He's going to purify a poison off of him, so our deploy's worse. Oh, that was a mistake. Well, I wouldn't say a mistake, but he doesn't know what we're planning. If he knew what we were planning, that would be a mistake. So this can't be Salamandered. Or, well, we have the Salamander. This can't be Parasited. And I don't think he has a... Well, he doesn't have a Heat Wave because he's got Golden Nekkar. So he has no control cards that can kill this Roland, so we're completely safe throwing this out. With Fetid Sensor gone, I think the Roland here is just too big. This is going to be crazy. So, check this out, guys. We're going to go for the big finisher here. Go for the 2-0 here. Just go Salamander. We're down 11 points, and we don't need Renew for this deck. Come on, Salamander. Show me what you got. Down 11. And now we're at 101. And we'll just move one of these to poison something too, because why not? Get 12 more points. And now we're up by 56. This will be a GG here. I think he was too greedy in holding off on that Glusty Warp. And yeah, we only did this because that Fetid Center was gone. If that Fetid Center wasn't gone yet, we're saving this combo, because that's just too much of a swing. And this is probably a GG. Like, this is Glusty Warp, but I think he didn't get the best Glusty Warp here. He could have. There's the Consume. And we're still up by 36 or so. So, 26. GG. Last game then here. Let's see what we go up against. Okay, it's going to be another Reckless Flurry. Probably Magic Compass again. Again, we'll have to see the Thailand Warlord version. If it's the different version, if it's Golden Nekkar version, or if it's not. We'll kind of see here what it's going to be. Put back this Flying Redanian for sure. Actually, we have a lot of poisons in our hand. I don't know if we need this many, honestly. If it's not the... I don't think it's going to be Greatsword. The other guy wasn't Greatsword version, but, you know, we haven't played that many games. But I think we just need the 2 poisons. Because here's the thing. The 3rd poison only helps if you know they have a Purify card or suspect it. I don't think he has a Purify card, so we only need the 2 poisons here. I say that I'm like the 2 bronze poisons, right? Because we can always play Maraal. We'll just put a poison out here. He's going to play Megascope, for sure. And then but poisoning this is worth 10, right? Because it's going to get boosted from his leader charge or something. There's the Megascope. And we'll just poison here. Hopefully, if he has a Coral, he'll try and get value from it. So I think we hold off on that Tax Collector, because if he gets a Coral, we want the Coral's damage to hit this and not kill our Tax Collector. I mean, he probably has a Gutting Slash to kill the Tax Collector anyway. But this way, if he has Coral, he doesn't get the Coral removal and her tempo value. Okay, there she is. There is... Okay, this is looking like Lippy. Either Lippy in the deck, but more likely Magic Compass Lippy. In my experience, the best way to deal with these decks is to push the hard to round 2, so they can't use their Magic Compass to make whatever they want, because they won't have it in their deck enough yet. But here, this guy's far enough ahead, we can't do that, so this should turn into a more interesting game. I mean, obviously we have the Ring of Favor, but it's not that big yet. And he is up by quite a bit, and there's a big risk he passes at some point. So I'm thinking we'll probably end up passing here, and we'll just banish our Ring of Favor. We'll kind of see what he does. But that's what we're leading towards right now. He's deciding, is this his Magic Compass? No, it's going to be the Aaron Kaduk. By the way, I know I'm pronouncing this wrong too. Oh, to you guys who tell me how to pronounce words in the comments, it doesn't bother me. It's kind of actually helpful. Doesn't bother me at all. It's good to know. Good to know. Here, though, where he's up by 31, and I'm not really feeling this. I mean, we do have... We can play one more card here. We can play one more card. Let's just go into the... this gives us carryover. Just play the Swindle. Let's look at our Flying Redanian now, at least. That's as much as we can really ask for this round. And we'll pass here. As with 2 cards left, we always have Golden Nekkar. We can go Golden Nekkar now that Flying Redanian's gone. There's a Verification. So yeah, this is... We're up down by 30. Oh, his guy will heal too. So we'll be down by 38. So we'll just pass here. There goes his Ring of Favor as well. So we had that. There goes ours. And he's going to kind of get what he wants here. So this should turn into a rather interesting game, right? He's going to get his strategy off, and we'll see if we can deal with it. It's good to have at least one of these games where the opponent's deck does what it's supposed to, instead of us just kind of 2-0ing people. Even though 2-0ing people is fun. I'm not going to lie. I really like 2-0ing people. Alright, so we've got a coin spender here in the Sea Jackal. We have Roland, we've got the Salamander, we've got pretty much everything we want. So we can survive what he's going to do here, I'm sure. It's just a matter of how many of our good cards can we preserve for round 3. Double discard there is pretty nice for him. I don't really want to play the Golden Nekkar quite yet, but we might have to. Let's just go with the Hounds first. We'll get some poison value. We can go into Maraal. The thing is here, he has removal on his leader still he hasn't used. And that's potentially an issue for us. especially for Maraal. And like here, if we go into Maraal, he'll just rain Gutting Slash. That combo does kill him because he's a 5. So we gotta be a little careful, but I think we might have to risk it. I think we just risk it here. He probably kills the Maraal. Honestly, he probably kills it. But I think we have to risk it, right? We don't have a defender, so we're going to have to end up playing Maraal this round. So I'd rather do it earlier rather than later. You know what I'm saying? There's that. Okay, he actually can't kill it. I mean, he could have leadered, but I guess he didn't want to. So this is just a 10 value poison here. And that puts us back up. He must be saving his leaders for dagger or something. Maybe he's running dagger. Although usually these decks, as far as I've seen, do run Golden Nekkar, Siri Nova, so he wouldn't have the dagger. I guess he didn't want to... I guess if he doesn't have any damage cards in his hand, it makes sense not to go for leader charges, right? Like if he doesn't have a Gutting Slash or something, he can't finish off the Maraal. Maybe he doesn't have his Junod. Usually that's what they use for this kind of stuff too. I guess in that case it makes sense that he didn't go for the kill, but we're up on cards here. We're up on even. So that's nice. There's his Golden Nekkar, so we know what he's playing. Into Siri Nova, into Gutting Slash. No artifact, though. Just must be running just the Aaron Caduck. That's why I like having the backup artifact in the Mysterious Puzzle Box, by the way. We'll answer with our own Siri Nova, because it puts us ahead on even still. The 8-point play. And if we can hold on to Golden Nekkar for round 3, it's a huge tempo play. Okay, we're going to have to use it here, though. He's going for a Junod kill on Siri Nova. 100%. Oh, he's getting so unlucky. He missed every single shot. Every single one of that 9 damage missed. So his Junod's going to be so bad. Although it doesn't matter because there is a Erendite. I was so excited for a minute there. Alright, let's just go Golden Nekkar. This should give us enough points. Let's go for the 4 Persian card. I like that the best. Go Fist Stick for the poison. Can't poison Siri Nova, obviously, and we have to play one more. The bank. So double poison looks like the play here. Throw out that puzzle box. Let's just pick the Sea Jackal here. If he passes, if he passes here because he has Siri Nova and we don't, we get a free 13 provision, a free 13-point card instead of the Sea Jackal. And I think that's what we'll do here. Because he might not want to play anything. Perfect. That worked out. When I say stuff like this, it doesn't always work out, but this time it did. So that's pretty handy. That Sea Jackal turned into a 13. So he's going to have his Magic Compass for sure here. Has his Erendite back. It's probably like a 14 when he plays it, which is really big. But he went for all those leader charges round 2. Right? He used all those leader charges round 2. So now he doesn't have a good way to answer our defender. Like if he had those leader charges, our 1-point tokens just get blown out. But he doesn't have those anymore. So our Azar is going to be really good. Let's play this. Let's just go for the Abomination here. Pay the tribute. In case he has another row damage card, I think we play this first, though. Like, if he has a Delirium or something, we could RNG into destroying our defenders, which is our lose condition here. Destroys the defenders. There's a Yalmar. That was a pretty big damage card. Let's go for the Azar now. We want both for sure. He's playing Yalmar, though. I don't think he has any Deliriums or whatever. Magic Compass into Fukusha. Yep, that's what I expected here. He's going to try and rain to kill our cards. So I wonder what he brings back. Is it Gird? Gird would be a good choice here. It removes our defenders so we can answer stuff. I would pick Gird. Although I don't think he played... No, that was the last guy. The other guy played Gird, not him. Probably wishes he had him. But into Greatsword, still a good play. Gerhardt, though. They call him Gerhardt. That's a different card. Gellert here will be boosting our defenders as they get injured. Try and keep them alive. Then we go Roland. We've got our Salamander. And I don't know if he has enough points. We're just going to have to find out. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. Oh, he does have a Gird. He just didn't play earlier. Why was that melee? I am confused. Let's just go for the Roland. Get some coins for free here. I'm really not sure why that went melee. Erendite. That's a really big Erendite. He's up by 28, but I'm not sure he can come back from what we have. Not sure. Because we can poison kill one of his cards with the hideout. And then Roland's going to be huge. We have the mirror guy, thing from the box. How many Salamander cards do we have out anyway? 1, 2, 3, 4. We could jackpot. Let's jackpot here. And we'll go for the Salamander now. So we're down 24. And like, we have 2 big finisher cards left. The reason we're going for the Salamander now, by the way, so we refresh our coins so we can actually pay our tribute on Svala. We have to play it before Svala. And that's a poison. And we're up now, which is good. Here comes the Flying Redanian. We're up by 11. That was a big swing. We don't have a renew or anything, so we just have to go into these other finishers. But I think we should have enough points here. He's playing Nova Golden Nekkar, so there's no Scorch, no Igni, no Yurden. I think we just got this. Alright, these last cards can't be worth that many points. He's already Erendited. He's already used his Magic Compass. Gutting Slash will kill our Salamander. By the way, if we were playing Renew, that was the single worst possible thing he could have done. But we're not playing Renew, so he's fine. Get a couple points there. Just goes Svala. I think we skipped the turn of Gellerting because I was talking about it. Well, talking about how we're going to win. But we're going to win, so it probably doesn't matter. 26 points up here. He doesn't have a card over time provisions. And we knew it was that Junod from earlier. And that's a GG. That'll be it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And you can check out some more videos over here. And thanks for watching.